Okay, so that is my brand new Calculate installation, and Calculate, in my opinion, is a very good distro for Gentoo users. And I used it before and I use it again. And I just want to show you guys, if you have troubles installing something, of course I usually had it. So here it's not so fresh anymore because I have to install OBS Studio to record this here. You see, I started Emerge OBS. Of course, it's not found. I couldn't find it. So then I remembered it's OBS-Studio. So if you have a look, Emerge OBS-Studio. So it found it, and it couldn't install it. So it does all these things and gives you information. Have to be some use words changed and all this stuff. And so what I did then is, where is it? Yeah, I did. Oh, sorry guys. I think I have to make this. No, it doesn't work. Okay, so Emerge OBS Studio was my first try. Didn't work. Find everything, but then it says use autounmask-write. And so of course I used Emerge autounmask-write OBS Studio. That's the thing you got to do. It is this. Then you still get the same kind of messages, and it still doesn't install it. It says autounmask changes successfully written, and then important config file, put this all in your package keywords custom thing. So I don't want to be a system mechanic, so I like software doing this for me. So what I use then is, where is it? Oh, I was too fast. I use something like dispatch-conf. This one here, dispatch-conf. And then it shows you some like a little menu, and you just have to say use new one. So it will write a new dispatch-conf. So you say, you answer this with you, and it will do some stuff which works. That counts. And then you can try again, Emerge space OBS-Studio, and here we go. Everything is installing fine because I'm using it now for my recording. I was a little bit nosy. I wanted to see what the newsreader said. It was about the RC package. I think they all switched to system DL now, so doesn't really matter. It worked. Here I had to install VLC because I have to check if my video has sound, and so this is all set up. So most important is, if you install something and it doesn't work, you get all these messages. Use autounmask-write, like what we had here. Emerge space autounmask-write space, and then you write whatever you wanted, like I used OBS-Studio. So it will do these writings, and it's doing it all fine. It still doesn't let you install it. So after that, you go say dispatch-conf, and I think you have to do this only one time. After that, you shouldn't have any trouble anymore to install anything. If you would, you just use the same procedure. We can try this with, let's try own cloud client. Emerge own cloud client. Let's see how that goes. We just use it. I've got my little cloud server. I've got FreeNAS 11.1, and it's a charm. It works just fine. Here we go again. I have to use the autounmask. I'm a little bit lazy, so I will just copy this here. And I'll just go one further and delete OBS Studio. Put my own cloud in. So I don't think we have to do the dispatch.conf again. So let's see. Make our client. Okay, so Oh yeah, let's do this. You see, that's dispatch-conf. I fire up, and then it says u equals use new. So I just use the u. Doink. It's done. Now I can say image uncloud client, and now we'll get it. So didn't know that, just figured that out. So you have to do it again if you have trouble. Here you see the installation just works fine. And in my opinion, calculate is as close as you can get to vanilla Gentoo. And I just like binary files. Everybody likes Sabayon, but I just can't get Sabayon installed, and I never had that trouble with calculate. Calculate is flawless. It just works. And I don't know what people like on Sabayon if you can't even install it. So I don't want to trash talk it, because it must be not bad at least. But I think if you have trouble with Sabayon and you want to have a functioning Gentoo based distro, just try calculate. Let's calculate 7.1 I think. And XFCE of course. And I like it a lot. So I'm trying to talk a little bit the time here. You see it's job 3 of 4. And by the way, oh yeah, if you want to see fast, this is a file manager from XFCE, Suna. Boink, there it is. That's pretty fast. If you open a terminal, it's almost immediate. Calculator, that took a moment. I had doing stuff in the background, the hard drive is slowing it down. So I will continue. It will be a small series of calculate. Might changes what I do because I use more than one operating system on this hard drive, so I multi-boot. But I use one partition as my kind of home partition. I don't use it as home partition really. I just add it to fstop, and then I use system symbolic links to link to documents, music, pictures, and because I have all that stuff laying down there. But sometimes you have older versions, like if you use Ubuntu based 16 or 04, like Linux Lite or Linux Mint. They use maybe older versions of Thunderbird or Mozilla. And if you use something like Arch on the other end, then it's not compatible anymore. So it will change stuff where you then struggle with your Ubuntu based long-term distribution. So however, so we just installed here the own client. It should show up somewhere. Where can it be? So yeah, but I will show this here. On cloud desktops and client. There it is. So I'm not adding this on now. But yeah, so if you want to try Gentoo, and you will, with a few clicks you can have calculate running as pure Gentoo. But why would you do this? Why would you give up the luxury? The calculate guy is doing a really good job. For us in North America, it's a little bit slow response on the forum, but it's not really slow response. It's just because they have a different time zone. And if I had a question, I got help in no time. There was, for example, a simple scan 3.22 didn't work, didn't want to start. Posted it on the forum, and in no time I had an answer and a solution, and it worked just fine. And I will make another video where I do some of these kind of troubleshooting. It's not really troubleshooting, it just happens, I think, if they update stuff. Like calculate is like Arch or Undergos. Yeah, almost a bleeding edge distro. Not almost, I would think it is. So yeah, but there you go. What we also can do is we install a graphical. Oh no, I do that when I do simple scan and stuff like that. I will make another video where I install a graphical package manager for Gentoo, or better saying calculate. So if you want to try a good, in my opinion, reliable, fast, nice working, almost bleeding edge distro, calculate is the way to go. As I said, I tried, everybody said, oh yeah, Sabayon, and I saw Sneaky Linux. He had some trouble getting it installed, and I just couldn't get it installed either, so I don't know. I just gave up, and I remembered I used calculate before on a different laptop. This is, by the way, my gaming laptop. with the Primus, or what's it called? I think it's Primus. This two graphic cards, Intel graphic card and Nvidia graphic card, which is pain. I shouldn't have bought it ever. Just purely Nvidia. But on the other hand, the Intel graphic card is powerful enough to play World of Tanks in lower settings, for example. But I will go there and get there and explain more about it. Optimus, yeah, Primus and Optimus. Primus is a package which allows you to switch stuff, and yeah, I'll make another video about it. So I was talking lots of rubbish yet. I might just click that away or I'll just leave it. This is just what it is, guys. So yeah, I will make, this is my first video, so that's why it takes a little longer. I don't have a script laying down here. I'm just what comes to my head, I'm just pulling it out, and I thought while I just installed it here, I wanted to show you guys what trouble you might get if you have a Gentoo based distribution. And I might make another video just about vanilla install and distros, because I was a guy, you know, I needed vanilla, I couldn't have Antergos, I had to install Arch myself. With Gentoo, I didn't use Gentoo, I used Funtoo, and it was fun too. Then it was my old Packard Bell laptop, and I changed use words and had to recompile the whole system, and it was already done after 28 hours. I couldn't use my laptop, so I thought, Funtoo, thank you so much, but I actually need my laptop for work and playing around and doing stuff. I can't just have it compiling packages forever. It was maybe my fault, however. So, but then I went to Calculate, and it's great. It's absolutely great. But there are some other few distributions I use, like MX16. Absolutely great Debian based. In the moment they're still on Jessie with 16.1. Soon they will be on 17. And then they are based on Stretch 9.1, I think it is. Debian. And it's a very fast, well-maintained distro too. I just can't get my Nvidia graphic card working with it, but in general with Debian it just doesn't work. Bumblebee, if I install it, it cooks my laptop in no time because it's all running on full power, and the fan is running like crazy, and I don't want to break my laptop like that. So for games I use Ubuntu 16.04 based distros, like I have Linux Lite, I think it's 3.4, and Linux Mint of course works too, it's great too. So they install the Nvidia driver and you can use it right away, while every other distro goes for the first in place graphic card hardware, which is the Intel. So in a moment, if you have a Optimus laptop, every Ubuntu 16.04 graphic driver installer will choose for you the Nvidia graphic card, and that is just great. So for playing games, I usually use the Nvidia graphic card drivers. With Linux Lite I use in a moment. And yeah, I hope to find a solution here with Calculate. I installed the Nvidia driver. It's totally easy. If you just have one graphic card, doesn't matter if you have AMD or Nvidia, Intel, you have the choice. You can install it the way you want it. It does it all for you. Very nicely done. Very good installer. Just if you have an Optimus laptop, I don't know what people were thinking. You know, for saving half an hour power, so much hassle. Because Windows has never been an option. I mean, now Windows 10 is legal spyware. Yeah, they take basic tests of your system. Yeah, what is basic? You know, you can't even switch it off anymore. So Windows is a no-go. I have to admit, I still use it for a few games which don't run on Linux. But purely games, I don't Google anything, check no emails, you won't see me on the net on Windows. Windows is purely the gaming machine. Even the installer for the games, I download them on Linux and just put them on my shared folders on the network and pick them up from Windows there and install them. Because Windows 10, I switched off updates and all this stuff. But if you go and go in the settings, you switch off what you want to switch off. Microsoft switches back on whenever they want. You say, for example, updates only in the morning between 4 and 6, and it updates when it wants, what it wants, it does what it wants. And because I had lagging in a game, I had a very bad ISP, MTS, and it was dreadful. And then I figured out that Windows is doing so much in the background, and I didn't authorize it, I didn't want it. I mean, yeah, with the EULA 10 you kind of authorize everything. Go in my bedroom and open all drawers you want. There's no privacy. And so Windows is never an option. You can't work on a Windows computer. It's like, why would you write a letter if you can write a postcard, right? That's Windows 10 for you, a postcard. Everybody can read what you do. I mean, just one is interested in it. And now Firefox is the next thing, you know. How come that every company or all companies try now to start spying? For Firefox, I can recommend use WaterFox or Chromium in a moment, because I can't support any spyware on my computer. Doesn't matter which operating system I would use. I mean, Windows till 8 you can switch things off. It's okay to do it. Windows 10, it's kind of a battle. I mean, as I said, I totally disabled updates, so it can't do anything in the background anymore, and I totally don't care if it's vulnerable, because there's nothing on it except my games, and that's the only thing I'm using it for. Okay, so that was kind of a rant and lots of talking. Next video will be a little bit more shorter, I guess, and a little bit more informative, and about tips and tricks, how to get things installed and what to do if you get into difficulties. And my opinion, try Calculate. It's actually a very good system, in my opinion. You can see it here. And so I'll get that away. And as I said, if you look, I mean, this is super fast. You know, it's almost immediate. It will always take some time. Now we have Writer, LibreOffice. So I would think my hard drive here is the break. Yeah, that's pretty slow. Let's see what that does. That's much faster, so that works. Oh yeah, here I made a HTOP. It is HTOP installed, but you can't find. At least I couldn't find it. I couldn't find HTOP in the menu. See? Nothing there. Task Manager. That's the other Task Manager from XFCE. So I created a launcher like this here. Create launcher, blah blah blah. So I used HTOP, and here it goes. I just used. You can see it here what I did. Edit launcher. So I just say it in command HTOP, run in terminal, job done. I haven't got an icon yet because I haven't put in my f-stub this partition which is holding documents, music, videos, everything. And there are my icons too, and then I just maybe show in the next video while I'm talking so much. I'm going to show how to add an icon, which is totally easy. Alright, so I hope you liked that video. I mean, this was lots of talking, and next time will be better. If you have ideas what to do, how to do, if you have questions and I can help, just write it in the comments. Let me know and I will try to work it out and make a video about it. Otherwise, I will just keep going and show lots of distros. I mean, there are not lots of distros, but distros I like, because as I said, yeah, you can build Debian yourself, you can build Arch yourself, you can build Gentoo yourself, you can do everything yourself. But why reinvent the wheel permanent? That's what I did when I get carried away. I'll tell all these stories the next time. Okay. Hope you like the video. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I mean, I played with Linux in the 90s when it came out on discs and stuff like that. You could hardly get a printer working. Graphic card was monochrome anyway, so nothing to worry really. And man, Linux came far now. I tried FreeBSD. It's nice, but it's like Linux in 2000, something like that. They're a little bit behind, but they're getting there, and that's all good. Alright, so this is it for now. I have to cut it short, otherwise that video goes forever. Let me know if you have ideas what to do, how to do my videos, what you would like to see. If you have questions, if I can answer them, I'm happy in doing it. And for Calculate or Gentoo based, try Calculate. It's just perfect. I mean, next video I will show you how to get, because if you go in here and say in panel and you want to add an item, you don't have a whisker menu. Run. But I don't want to show this yet, because the next video will be about installing graphical package manager, like Pacman in Arch. You get something here, it's called porthole. and it does the same thing. And then I'll show you quick how to add yourself as a sudoer, because that makes things easier. But that goes all, or comes up in the next video. I think it will be great. It will be very good. It makes the user life of this distro much easier. And it's lagging nothing. I mean, I'm not wanting anything here. It's all there. Everything I need is there. And I'm pretty happy with that. So, okie dokie. So then I show a little bit how I use my my Nextcloud, own cloud. I'm using Nextcloud actually. Every now and then I use the own cloud client if I can't get it for Nextcloud. Having said this, there's an app image now from Nextcloud, so that would work. But I had problems getting it auto starting in other distros, and I thought, just use OwnCloud, does the same thing. And Nextcloud is a fork of it. Yeah, they're developing faster, but I'm still standing on I think 10.1 Nextcloud, because it does what I want. It's stable, it doesn't give me any hassle. I even got my World of Tanks folder in it, which is 24 25 gigabyte with my replays on it, because I use it in all the other distros and wherever I am, and so I don't have to really install it anymore. You go through the basics with Play on Linux and then just add this folder, and it gets through my network downloaded with 60-70 megabytes. Well, it's pretty fast, so in a few minutes you got this 25 gigabyte back. Yeah, and maybe if people are interested, I'm happy to show a little bit my free NAS box, which is nice, absolutely nice. Stable, easy to maintain, does everything for me, my whole media stuff, runs Plex MB, because Plex started spying now too. I mean, what is wrong in this world? Why does everybody wants to spy now? Yeah, they tell it, oh yeah, no, we test your data because we want to improve. What the heck? You know what I mean? Yeah, this world is going upside down, but not yet. I'm getting crazy just yet. So we'll show later in the next video how I do my things, because these are still my empty folders here. I put that in for my cheating for my video, but everything else is empty, and you see there's not a sim link yet. By the way, that's the video I'm doing here. Let's see how big is it. Oh! Dang, there it was. Okay, you see, VLC started right away. It's pretty fast. I mean, I like that system. By the way, that's an Asus Strix laptop, and it has an i7 CPU, 16 gigabyte RAM, and as you can see, I'm not using any swap file or drive. What for? I don't see the need for it. 4 gigabyte or 8 gigabyte laptops, I use the swap file or swap partition, depending on how much hard drive I have. Yeah, I just can't come to an end, right? So, however, here we are, and there will be a few videos coming about Calculate, and I will show some gameplay, I think, too, just so that people can see. We can install Steam. I use Play on Linux for World of Tanks. That's the only thing I play on Linux. However, I got carried away. This video goes forever. I don't want to have it going forever. Alright, guys. Let me know, like my video? Don't like it? Let me know what you want. If you need help, if I can help with Linux distributions, if you have trouble with Gentoo stuff. There is Das Gregor. He is on YouTube. He's pretty good. I don't know if he's down. He might have some health problems, I heard, and I haven't seen any more videos coming up from him. There's another good guy, something with student. I can look that up if somebody wants to know. He's pretty good too. If you have Gentoo questions, he knows it. He's really up into it. I gave up being a system mechanics. I just want to be a good user, know my little tips and tricks around if there is hassle, whatever. Little things like, here in Calculate or Gentoo, if you want to install something, use this autounmask-write version, then dispatch.conf. That makes your life much easier. You can do what you want, and it's like a normal distribution, and doesn't give you any hassle anymore. Alright, so next video will be graphical package manager installed in Gentoo or Calculate. Hope you like it, so let me know. I will check and see what I can do. Have a good day, or cheers, bye bye.